but yeah. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's going to be part 2, and I just ate too fast. I think I cannot breathe. How's it going, bros? Where are we? We're in Homestead, right? Going for the left side of Homestead. Let's do this. Yeah, we were just actually like talking about if I'm going to be entering the Forgotten Gods, like when I am entering it, you know? I think I want to finish the entire normal difficulty and then we jump into it. Or do I go after killing Bulgarian? Guys, what do you think? What are the pros and cons? Do I finish like even AOM, we rush through it? Or do I kill Bulgarian and we go FG content? Fuck AOM, says Grylek. Do you think Shieldbreaker could be strong to hinder? Yes, of course. That Infernal Brimstone looks ridiculously powerful. But I didn't theory craft one yet, so you need to figure that yourself. Oh, I actually don't know where we are going next. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to go for the Hyrian. Let's see what we need for this. So Hyrian requires purple, and it's gonna pay back purple as well, so we need to like bait that somehow. That kind of makes me sad. Shit. What is the easiest purple that we can get? I suppose hammer? Let's get the hammer then. What the hell, the sound? Grash was saying, ow, I was a little bit greedier than that. Let's go back actually. Like, I'm already leveling up pretty slow compared to like my usual leveling speed, speaking of which I should use the XP pot. Let's go and get the Blood of Chthon from this cave. I'm pretty low on the materials, so I would like to get this. It's not surprising to be like a little bit slower, like I'm literally playing it for the first time. It's been some time that we didn't power level fast either. I don't know. I wonder like what's the aura is going to be, 3.5 meter radius. Bacchus is saying the demo buffs are quite insane, to be honest. There'll be like some awesome sorcerers and saboteur and even spellbreaker sets that I'm sure you will probably try. Cold is also my favorite damage. Cold is definitely my favorite too so far. But I'm guessing we're gonna mess around with fire quite some time. I like 4.5 HP right now at level 37. It's not all too bad. Definitely not. It's not the tankiest, but it's fine. Let's check the left side. Oh, I need that. Oh well. What components am I using? I want to share this with you. Should share it right now. The link is in the chat, guys. Welcome. Yo, if we like max out these dudes that are right next to me, what was their names again? Guardian of Empyrean. Do you think they're going to be hitting hard? 16 points though. What's a really quick way to get like 40k iron for an experience potion at level 100? Do one of the easy dungeons that you can complete fast. And literally collect everything. And open, more importantly, open every single chest. Small, big, doesn't matter. Open everything. Especially if there's a treasure trove inside there. And then go sell everything and then you should be good to go. Hey, the Dreadnought! That's pretty good, isn't it? Remember to pick up the greens and I mean, if you can fit and if you're not lazy, you can pick up like yellows as well, but probably it's not worth it. It's probably just better to like keep on running the greens. Yellows are a waste. Probably. I didn't try, so... They have attack speed, the monsters, that is. %40 poison resistance. They've got 270 cunning, which I have only 200 of. That's gonna take me a while. This won't happen anytime. I'm actually almost full. That's weird. If I'm not mistaken, this doesn't necessarily give me so much defensive ability. Something tells me that like This character is going to be feeling much smoother with like cast speed. That is what I'm thinking right now. And we are going to gain like bunch of cast speed, attack speed, and movement speed when we go for like demo in the very early levels, in fact. I'm contemplating if we should like max out the presence or we should go for demo already. Cannot decide. Flamebrand, what is that? Oh, this thing. Oh shit, it requires cunning. Dude, why? How is the stat gain of demo when it comes to cunning especially? We're gaining about 4 cunning per click. Ravna's God. Tough goal. I think there's going to be a one shot. Maybe I missed where it was. Yeah, apparently I did. It's interesting. Not sure how. Okay, it feels bad. $39. Now is the time to decide. 10 points into it. About like 5 levels, and then we can have like legitimate total like movement speed, attack speed, and cast speed. You could also have the flame touch, which is very big for the character that I'm playing right now. So what we're gonna do is that we will put 1 point into this and we commit into demo. That also means that we're a Shieldbreaker now at level 39. I think I'm taking too much damage from Aether or what? Not necessarily. So we just killed him like before he started using the waves. Our damage is doing good. Only get better too. What is this? Is this an upgrade? I'm okay, I think. God, Empyrean. That wasn't too bad now, is it? This thing. Let's try to find some like converting weapon if we can. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this one as well, even though like it's a better shield, I think. This modifier is pretty big right now for me. What about this? Sell it. Dreadnought. 320 with like physical and movement speed. We should be okay. I think I'm gonna use this at level 40. It's just one more level. 15 to 142. Interesting. But it's converting to cold. We really don't want any other conversion than fire, you guys. Definitely not. some quests. Honored with the Homestead now. Not going to be checking out like the reputation items. I think we're doing okay for now. We're gonna go for the Caimans. Okay. See, why does my splash screen? I have both the expansions. Steam says it's installed. Yeah, you gotta like restart your Steam, unfortunately. See. So what does this place do? Movement speed increase. Monsters have greatly increased movement speed. I think that's okay. Level 14. That's not the place to go. Please now. Let's not do that right now. How about that? What's else? You cannot lose in peace in there. Hey Barra, welcome. I think it's half enough, but don't necessarily like religiously follow a build. But there's nothing wrong about like let's say if you end up like picking a soldier, there's nothing wrong with like checking someone out that is leveling a soldier also. So like check out the soldier, think of like which one you would like to level, and then check out someone else that already did level it. See like what was the difference there, you know? That's usually what I do with my viewers. Like I come up with like a new character. You know, on the Grimtools I try to like theory craft for quite some time. And then afterwards I'm like, yo, anybody is playing like Shieldbreaker, let me see what you're playing, you know? And then I hate on their devotion. Lake Plains of Valor. Okay. Okay. You can find a bunch of leveling that I have made on my YouTube if you would like to see. And their builds as well. Okay, so the leg plays will definitely start using them. This is actually a massive find, you guys. What this gives is like physical resistance, pierce bleed resistances, presence of virtue, and yeah, some HP as well. And 400 armor, that's pretty big too for this level. Definitely. If there's anything else to change, like we should change right now, those boosts are pretty sweet, as we said. What about this mask over here? Cast speed, attack speed mask. No. Okay. And this is pushing it a little bit. I'm gonna sell that one too, though. Let's take these out. Second with 5 gifted subs once again. So Akon, Spence, I guess, Neasel, Stumps, and Half Luck. Welcome to the local lounge, dudes. Thank you very much, Sakina. We're doing the right side of Homestead now, right? I don't necessarily need to fix anything. Hope you're gonna enjoy it, Bloods. For how long am I gonna stream today? Honestly, I'm gonna stream till like I'm tired. When I'm tired, I think I'm just gonna go sleep. And then we're gonna have like a very long stream tomorrow as well. So, I don't necessarily know for how long. Yeah, it's hard to answer. But in the days to come, like I'm guessing we're gonna have like a lot of streams that are very, very long. And Friday is my birthday. Gonna have a birthday stream. $41. Is this the level where I can take my aura? Please? No. One more level, you guys. My Grimdon says AOM still at character string. Is that bad? Yes, Izzy. Did you restart your Steam, brother? It's righteous fervor. Seems bad to you. Sure is that. Not really sure what's his righteous fervor. Yeah. This thing maybe? Yeah, it is that thing. I mean, it's going to be like your default attack. So I didn't try it yet. We're gonna like put 1 point into this, and I'm gonna put like a couple of points into this for the buff. And we're just gonna use it as like a buffer basically. But yeah, I cannot tell if it's bad or, you know, not yet. But like one thing that I can tell you is that like if your character is level 1 or like level 10, whatever, you usually don't want to be maxing out something like this because it's usually single targets. While you're leveling up, you know, you obviously want as much AoE as possible. So that like you clean the masses, like no matter what you level. That's usually like the global rule. I need to click that. Now that is gonna unlock the Hyrian. I am so hyped about this one. Kind of wondering like how this is gonna go. Hey, this is good news. Drop a potion here, we'll come back to this. I actually need like one more insignia apparently. This is very bad. Shit. Maybe I can kind of make my way back there somehow from here, hopefully. Yeah, there he is. Nice. Soul Flare. Guys, listen to this. One more level, we're gonna actually have Vindictive Flame. Every single level, we're gonna gain total speed. That is gonna feel so good, especially while leveling. We have multiple buttons that are like scaling with cast speed, attack speed, and movement speed, obviously, the characters. I think for the first time we'll play on normal. Wrath, what do you think? Like, I was gonna ask the stream, actually. And I'm really enjoying Oathkeeper, so why not? We won't be rushing the normal area, obviously. Try and consume and understand like what is going on around the map. So I don't even know like where to walk in the new area, so... Stumps is saying, I'm level 36 and haven't finished Act 1 on Elites. Stumps, did you start from Elites? Like, is that what you're saying? I didn't understand you, I think. Oh, you started on Elites and you're level already 36 and the Act 1 didn't even finish it. That's ridiculous, dude. Where's the exit? There we go. Especially on hardcore, probably try the normal first, I see. Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, you can buy these mirrors in this game now, around, and you can actually, like, start level 1, either Ultimate or Elite, it's up to you. I didn't necessarily check out, like, how difficult or, like, how optimized it is. Yeah. If I have to think, like, guess, let's say, I'll say, like, starting in Elite is a little bit questionable because of, like, how little devotion shrines are available to you. I'm, like, just from brainstorming, I'm guessing, like, the best way to level up is going to be, like, starting on normal and then switching to ultimate. So, completely skipping the elite. But yeah, we're going to be messing around, like, ultimate start later on as well. See, like, how difficult it is. Yeah, Forgotten Chaos came out today. How can you not know, okay? Please. It's my character's name also, it's like, the Forsaken Goth. I'm gonna be sad when she dies.
And it's an Oathbreaker?
Yeah, it's an oath. Oh my god. Let's turn in some quests. It's crying. Hey. So what does a Vindictive Flame do right now for us? It gives us 3% total speed. And I think it's like an aura around me for like fire damage and stuff. little bit like retaliation as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's health regenerated per second, chance to stun the targets around me, I think, in a 4-meter radius. 100% chance to activate. Hmm. I probably need to use this already. The Earth Ward, yeah. This one is okay. Let's start using that. Fire, burn, health, defensive ability. Instead of pierce and elemental resistances, I think I'm gonna use this. Swapping that as well. A little bit offensive amulet right there. Okay, before continuing, let's put the enchanted flint on my weapon. We have a new weapon here. Ugh, yikes. Okay. Well, if you buy the item to unlock the difficulties, you get all the waypoints and all bonus skill points and backpacks. I knew about the backpacks and skill points, I didn't know about the waypoints. So you could actually like just unlock those and then run for some devotions if you would like to. Is that what it is, Stumps? That sounds very interesting actually. And then in the meantime, you'll get like a couple of levels as well, I suppose. So by that logic, even if you're going to be running through normal, it is probably just better to like use the merit anyways, so that you have the waypoints unlocked. It's very interesting. Let's see. Oh, I changed it. Did I just crit for like 13,000? Our highest crit is 19,000 apparently. That doesn't sound too bad to me. How is our chaos resistance, you guys? 16%. Chaos and vitality, we do need that just a tiny bit, for sure. Humans are getting sucked in so easily, it's insane. I haven't done the new content yet, Hypno. No. We're having a chill. Leveling with the Oathbreaker called Forsaken Goth. I'm done with you. Yo, what's up, Tech? How's it going, bud? Maybe it's inside here? No, it's not. Can I actually pass through here? Let me see. No. Still need to go this way. Let's see. I couldn't find this treasure trove, you guys. Maybe it's going to be on the left side over here in one of the houses, though. It's possible, I think. In one of these houses, there's a spawn point. Maybe inside there, please. Shit, I actually failed to find the treasure trove. Hey, Blood of Thun. Nice. How's the Oathkeeper coming along? It's pretty fun so far. Okay, so the hyped up Hyrian. 40% elemental damage is the first click. Just played this a bit myself, taking a break for a bit, drinking some wheat, so enjoyed it. Ah, did you like it, Whistle? You're not pitting her?
Can you?
She's pitting me. Yeah, exactly. What's I actually using for like single target on buttons? Mine seems so bad. I just maxed out my shield throw almost every single node, and I'm just using that. Also getting like supported by the charge, by my devotions and the judgment, and also we have these peasants with us. But yeah, compared to the shield throw, I think they're a little bit less powerful. So we're gonna put like 1 point into the flame touch and the rest of the points into vindictive flame. And we open the flame touch as well. Let me finish this act, then I'll give you guys the new link to Grimtools, okay? I already have like 7 hours. What is this about, man? Nice. I'm good, just came back from the school exam. I did. Time to chill. Guys, these Malagants, how are you allocating your attribute points? All physical? Yeah. I had to put some spirit at the very beginning so that like I was able to hold some of these rings and stuff, and that's what I would tell you to do. While leveling, physique is definitely outweighing the other two. And like, don't worry about it so much, you can easily respec later on. At the end game, like, unless you have ridiculous amounts of HP and defensive ability, physique still outweighs the other two. But that being said, like, you should put some points into either cunning or spirit, like if you're having a hard time, you know, equipping an upgrade for yourself. For sure, like anytime. It's definitely worth doing so. Yeah, you can respec everything other than mastery choices, Gazzy. Welcome to Grim Dawn, by the way, dude. We destroyed him. What is this? Look at this. That was insane. Shit, he cannot take damage and my trinket is off now. Seal of Binding, no blood. If I'm not mistaken, it's possible to like get 2 bloods from this. One from the chest is 100%, and one from the boss itself. With ration out of the wardrobe. Ooh, what is this? Physical and piercing, dismay. I think we're gonna pass, right? Looks like it. Gonna go get to waypoint, then we can like turn some quests in, guys. I'll also give you the Grimtools link. I just want to click that so bad. respected by the Black Legion right now. $44. Okay. What's our movement speed right now? Run speed is 122. Okay, X4. No, wait. I'm gonna give you the link real quick. The pathing. That was bad. Let's kill this guy over here. Skill progression is very good. Yeah. Like every single level we are going to be gaining I would say crazy amounts of, you know, strength. Like that is the flame touch is very big for me. Vindictive flame is very big for me, and like we still have multiple things that we didn't even click on the Oathkeeper are pretty big as well, so it does look pretty crazy right now. So every level is really important. That's always something really fun in RPGs though, when every level is relevant. Yeah. Oh, it's say? Okay. Flora, check if like it is scaling with like attack or cast speed. You might be able to like smoothen it, you know what I mean? Because that's literally how I've been feeling about like shield throw, the charge. And the pull too. happens. Dropping a portal there, guys. Ah, we forgot something. Interesting. Apparently it's a habit of mine now. There's a devotion shrine that I'm skipping. That's the second time I'm skipping it. Interesting. It's right next to the waypoint that we just unlocked, actually. Is there a devotion that gives life leech, search for like leech and all I find? Yeah, for some reason it is like attack damage converted to health. Like, the one that is going against this is leech. Like, the wording is a little bit, like, it's not even a little bit, it's very questionable. And life leech, life steal, and leech. And converted, yeah. Conversion. So search for like, converted to health, I think. That's what you need to search for it. As Dargon is saying, yeah. Let's go pick up this devotion shrine over here, guys. Oh, I skipped it. Rockwitz is saying finally work done and can sit down and play the expansion while lurking in Mala's channel. Good times. Welcome, Rockford. Hope you're gonna enjoy the new expansion, bro. So the second point into this. Pierce resistance and shield damage block increase. Sort of meh, I suppose, this point. Bat is okay for the start. Later on, it's kind of meh. So they're slower but more resistant, I think, right? If you can make the bat proc multiple times, as much as possible, let's say, then it is, you know, gaining a lot of value. That is what bat is about. And you could usually use that, like, do that by linking that to like a damage over time spell. Definitely. Yeah, Ghoul and like the Toad, those are a little bit more reliable when it comes to lifesteal. Also the Revenants, but that one has a big build-up. How come my shield didn't bounce there, guys? Look at this. Just one single target shield, bro. We're going for like 11 points into it. The pets are feeling pretty good so far. Yeah, I was so fucking scared that the pets were going to like feel as if we're playing with like another version of Blade Spirits from Night Blades. You know, no, definitely not. These are like very smooth and very aggressive, moving fast and stuff. Love, can you give me some vulture, please? I think I finished mine. Yeah. This is the mutator of the dungeon. So those are new. Basically these side areas, these dungeons, they're coming with like mutators that are making the place a little bit more special, more rewarding, but at the same time harder. And in this case, this one is giving them minus movement speed, but making the monsters more resistant. Thank you, love. He's stuck in the game. Poor guy. The Willie's Razor, that might actually be an upgrade for us. Hold up. Let's open these chests. Then we go for like the hidden parts of this place. Get our Ocean Shrine. Guys, we have grapes. Also need to check out the Razor, but like one thing came to my mind is that like I don't think I'm gonna have cunning for this shit. I'm actually missing 150 cunning for this. Here's Batman. That's not gonna happen anytime soon, bro. Guess we're gonna need to use weapons like maces and stuff. So, if you would like me to compare the characters to like, let's say, Necromancer leveling, or like Inquisitor leveling with like Word of Pain, or like, as I said, Necromancer leveling with like Skeletons, for instance. The character is very strong. Slower though. So movement speed is obviously slower because like we don't necessarily have Chaos Strike anymore, but I want you to realize that Chaos Strike is not there anymore for Inquisitor or Necromancer, so at least this guy has a charge, implicit charge. Now those guys cannot charge at all anymore unless like they depend on the secondary mastery, which is very bad. Let's start this quest then. So single target is very strong, especially at this level. Like it's still entering these levels strong, you know what I mean? Like Word of Pain is going to be like falling off later on and stuff. This guy is getting only better, it feels like. But around like level 80 that might change, you never know. But for now it definitely feels that way. We're making fun of like bosses for the most part. Let's see like if there's anything that we could use from these guys. And sell some stuff as well. My shoulders are really dated, so maybe we can find some better shoulders sometime. Mental damage on the helm. Oh, this is not too bad, is it? Yeah, we could definitely replace the right ring. No. Sakina and Suki is like meowing back at each other right now, like. And then as I mention it, it stops. Fire damage, lightning. Yeah, why not? Why not? Sounds good to me. Fire burn, elemental resistance for level 40, a ring. Yeah, give me that. Why not? How much was this? Was it like expensive? 22,000. It's actually not that cheap. It's a massive upgrade for us though. Which one am I fixing? Right side. This one go away then. Let's buy a couple more of these, why not? Just gonna continue playing instead of going to the enchanters. I'm just gonna put this. Let's go. I also think I have like 1 more point of devotion, right? Yeah. But this click is 100 HP, increase armor, and healing effects. And I'm guessing like healing effects include the health pots. In fact, it should. Uptime is 7 hours. Yeah, I don't think attack damage converted to HP is a healing effect. I don't think so. Like, it's probably affecting on stuff like healing pots, probably like procs also, I would say. Back is saying it specifically states that it includes the... Holy shit, that's insane. Where did it state that back here? How did I miss it? Sorry, guys. Not really sure where to read that, bro. Let me know. I see. I see. Very nice. There's a stat on the second page of your character sheet. Let's see. Healing. Should be here, man. Healing increase. This one. The percentage bonus healing effect, including potions and attack damage converted to health, does increase the health regeneration. Okay, okay. So basically, it would like affect the healing percentage bonus from, for instance, like Behemoth and stuff. Maybe even like Wayward Soul, or like the Tree of Life proc. But it wouldn't increase like life regeneration per second. It's very interesting. I think it's a very cool stat, actually. I like it. Let's use an XP pots. So... Oh, thank you, by the way, back here. Appreciate this. I'm really liking this spell as well, Waynef. What's my 8th resistance? Let's see, 60%? Bring it on, dude. Tainted brain matter from this guy. What is the second mastery I'm going with? It's Demo. Full fire. So we are a Shieldbreaker. I don't do that quest. Can become friendly with the Anasteria as well. Hey Nix. Long time, man. How you doing? Guys, soonish we're actually going to be going for a Steps of Torment run. Let's see like how it is going to be faring inside there. It's gonna be interesting. Shouldn't I also like get myself some weapon enchantment augmentation? There probably is something like somewhere, right? Should check it out. Because like the Kaiman dues were only for the accessory. Oh, this place is a sidery as well, the Vengeful. Monsters have greatly enhanced retaliation effects, but reduced armor. I'm good as well, Nix. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think these mutators are completely random. I think so. And when we go like higher difficulty, I believe there's going to be more next to each other. Yikes. That guy is hitting very hard. Let's open this. Why say rip my level 20 warlord gets owned by Salazar or whatever he's called. Rip man. F. One more point, you guys. We can either go elemental damage and shield damage block, or we can go elemental damage, increase armor, elemental resistance. We're gonna go for this one simply because the next click is gonna give me the proc. I really want to test this out. The best part about this proc is the fact that like it's attaching to one of my passives. So yeah, one of my auras, I should say, I guess. And we'll take the proc from Steps of Torment very soon. Alright, let's clean the bags and go for a steps run. I also want to like check out if we have some sort of like a weapon buffs, let's say. Do I need to keep that pants? No. Cold and cunning, never mind that. Lightning damage upgrades on the shield. Oh, there's a medallion here, very bad. Okay. So my idea is like we're gonna check out Rovers and we're gonna check out maybe even Black Legion though. Yeah, these are rings and enemies. No, they're like one-handers as well. White City HP cold. Fair enough. Let's check Devil's Crossing first. I'd like to have some sort of like a fire upgrade on my weapons, guys. That'd be nice. Rings and enemies. Rip. Let's check out the Black Legion. Otherwise, I'm guessing we're gonna take like life from rowers. Don't really know. Yeah, but I leveled up. Max this out. Oh, I'm still respected, am I not? Shit. Should have bolted when like we leveled up. Well, it's not like there's anything anyways, apparently. Is there anything else that I can check out? Not really. Okay. Just gonna buy the HP guy from this. And then we go for steps run. And there's literally nothing else. %6 life, you guys. I mean, everything makes a difference, I suppose. Let's hope like we're not gonna crash inside the Steps of Torment. Yeah, like, yes, but I really like this game, so it was probably impossible for me to not like it. Welcome to here. I've been only checking out, like literally the only thing that I checked out so far is Oathkeeper. Don't necessarily know much about like the Pockets and Gods content yet. We didn't really step into it yet. Kaiman has fire augments for weapons. Didn't I just buy this one from the Kaiman? I just didn't see the fire ones or something. I don't know. Monsters are berserking. Attack speed on the monsters. That's insane, especially for Alchemist. It's going to be crazy scary. Shit. Monsters are berserking. Why are the monsters berserking, guys? That's a new item as well. Gives temper +3. That is very good. Physical and piercing. That's my first feedback is going to be the fact that like about the shield throw, I really want some sort of like a sound indication when the cooldown reduction procs, because it's almost impossible for me to like tell if it procced or not other than like looking at this, you know, little highlight on the bottom right, which I really don't want to do the entire game. It would be something very easy to fix in my opinion, don't you think? I have no idea about the dervish yet, by the way, Karate. Okay, this is the big click. Let's see. So what does this do? Let's put it to like Divine Mandate, I suppose. What do you do? For 10-meter range, the blinding glare of Celestial Guardian falls upon your foes, sowing confusion. 10-meter range, scales with your main hand, retaliation damage is also added, elemental damage and chance to confuse. And at the same time, when does it proc? When I get hit, I suppose? 30% chance to proc. What is the cooldown on it? 2 seconds. I feel like we're about to witness something very big. The one-shot chest is over there, we're gonna need to walk there. Oof, it looks amazing now. Thirsting more. That's a downgrade, I don't send. Not really sure. I guess we could get like higher crits with the weapon that I have in my hands. That's the only difference, I think. So yeah, it's... Welcome back, Dicky. Dicky, the character is playing, let's say, a lot smoother with movement, cast, and attack speed. Like, it literally, like having some sort of like a graph change from like clunky to fluid as I've gained total speed from this. Everything is feeling like so much better, and that's a really, really good thing. Do I need to like sell stuff before we enter here, guys? I should be okay, no? Never mind picking everything up, like we should be okay, hopefully. Linko is a Himala. How's the new class? What do you think is the strongest combination? Warlord or Shieldbreaker? Depends on what you want to do, man. Crit damage increase, offensive ability. Player critical attacks are weakened, but attacks are more likely to hit. I see. That's pretty good. So the yellows are going to be my buffs, apparently, and these are like for them. That's okay, man. It's not too bad. I like the offensive ability to change. I think it kind of depends on what you want to do, Lind. Like, if you're going to go for like physical damage, trauma damage, I would say like Warlord probably is going to be shining a tiny little bit better than compared to like Shieldbreaker. And for the fire, I have selected Shieldbreaker. But I must say, like, Warlord still should be very powerful, even for fire. Like, Soldier has very good supports for the Oathkeeper class here. Dicky, I want some sort of like an indication to the proc of Aegis of Men here. You know what I mean? Like maybe like a very small sound or something cool. So that I can understand that I can cast it one more time instead of looking at the skill all the time. I think it would be like a ridiculous quality of life change. Started my first character, first crash after the first Crucible run. Are you serious? Dude, I would have been pissed if I crashed in Crucible. I'm so glad. I'm so sorry to hear that, actually, Seth. Button press. Yeah, mash. Yeah, I mean... okay, yeah, I suppose. Guys, quality of life matters, man. That's the same if you use it with like time dilation, even faster spam of the Aegis. What is like the colors of time dilation? Right exclamation build, Dicky. Check my devotion build. Let me know what you think about it. Yeah, guys, my devotion build for the end game is sort of set, I think, unless like I drastically change my mind about something. Well, I basically like discussing with the stream. We'll see how it goes. Open this thing. This might very well be like trapped. Not really. Open the gates. So I'm skating fire. I'm going to be like on your face kind of thing for the hardcore. They're very defensive. And at the same time offensive and pretty good like color payouts as well. Like, as you pay attention, like, we have a really valuable build-up for everything. Hyrian is, in my opinion, is, like, the most valuable constellations right now. I'm in love with this thing right now. Let's go kill Ilgor as well, why not? I always wondered, like, why Grimdawn doesn't have music inside Steps of Torment. The Glare is rank 3 now. Guys, is he still having a problem with installing Forgotten Gods, by the way? If anyone has a suggestion, check the chat out, please. Like, restarting Steam doesn't work, apparently, and it's saying, like, it's installed, but when he opens the game, it's AOM still, so... Yeah, true, if you reinstall, maybe it will, like, force the expansion to install as well, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I actually want to, like, kind of take a few points into this buff right over here, the Consecration. It's not going to be too bad. See how this goes. Oh, the Berserking is gone, that's good. When we open the key changed, our damage is very good against him, guys. It's nice. Gonna get out of here. Death Rail. Minus resistance is just too big, Mephiston. Especially for the late game. So that's like one of the reasons why it is that big. Sure, you can post your thanks for asking. You can post your link. Just explain what it is about in the chat. It's not a random link. We're like Poison Aether and Chaos Resistance on this ring with like fire damage. We must use this ring. What am I replacing with? Right side, left side. Left side, right? Left side is very little value. Can't I use you? Requires level 50. Okay. Apparently I have the spirit requirement for it, so I'm happy. I'm good with that. Elemental and bleed resistance on this ring. Instead of the right side, we could use this as well, and that one requires level 52. So at level 50, we're gonna have like 2 new rings. Quite lucky with that shit. But this medallion doesn't have experience gain increase, so we're not using it. So like inside with chaos resistance, I think I like my pants for now. Another metal with no experience. This one's stronger, but no. Hmm. Thoughts on your devotions versus like things like Targos Hammer, Shield Wall, etc. on a Warlord. Not sure how the unblocked devos are. I'm actually like very unfamiliar, I think is the word, right, with the blocking stuff as well in this game. So I don't necessarily want to comment on it so much, but if you would like to be a little bit more like less range character than me and more like in your face type of deal, I would say like it's going to be pretty valuable. Definitely. But what do you drop in return? That I don't know. How's it going, Matt? Welcome. Yeah. Yeah, of course, if you go retaliation, it sounds really good. It's how it shines in the first place. Okay, I'm not going there. Portal is not here, guys. Swell. Alright. We drop a portal here, we'll come back to this. Stop exploding on my face. Level 70, We're about to get scammed, man. We'll start getting like less skill points. But you start to get purples? Yeah, I guess. You're right. What about this one? Exposed. Players have reduced armor, but the cooldowns are reduced. What? Hey man, you're gonna die? But at the very least, you're gonna have fun while doing so, you know? It's alright. Here's 10% less cooldown, I mean armor for you. Fuck. Okay. We're in the big one, I think, right? Bane Gargoth. Sounds really good, Matt. Is he happy with it? Hey. Alright, right out of here, we need to like fix our rings, guys. Get ring upgrades at this level. So we're gonna give this point. I believe we go back to Oathkeeper now. Maybe max this out, in fact, the Celestial Presence. Get some minus resistance from our peasants next to each other. If you think about it, I actually have like quite decent minus resistance already. It's funny. Like we have Viper, Elemental Storm, we have the Eldritch Fire, and we have these peasants that are running around me with like minus 15 now. Full uptime. That's quite a bit. Been a very good day, Matt, yeah. The wait was painful though at the start, right? What's our chaos resistance? We need just a little bit more. I think that was a little bit too bursty for my liking. Holy shit. On it with the outcast now. There's an exit here. We're searching for one shot down. I'm guessing the one shot is going to be like right next to the boss or something, because like we've seen everywhere it looks like. Not really. What the fuck? Since I have spent some points, Corven, what is that? Since I've spent some points into it, like our peasants disappeared, so this kind of sucks. Didn't realize. Gotta remember that every level now. What is this legendary that just dropped? It's a new item, it looks like. Scythe of Enterprise. Elemental damage is converted to Fizz, and Earthquake chance on attack. Level 58. It's our first legendary, guys. By the way, I think it took us about like 3 hours 30 minutes, give or take, to level 50, which is about like an hour longer than it should have. But the reasoning is like not only I did 2 mistakes if I'm not mistaken, but also we crashed in Pine Barrens. I had to like walk all the way back to the Tyrant's Hold. And on top of everything, like we did Crucible. And on top of that, it's a character that I've never played before. So all things considered, I think it's a good timing. It's not bad at all. I'll say so. This Hyren is very impressive, Dicky. I don't know why you said like why Hyren. Hyrian? I think I'm failing pronouncing this thing. Hyrian, okay. Let's try that way. Deadwalkers. And we have some fire damage. Fire damage converted to vitality on a chess piece. What are you doing to me, game? Alright, guys, this is good news because, like, we have completed Hyrian. We've gained, like, flat elemental damage and shield damage block. Now, I should be able to take away, like, the mace that I've given to build up to this. That means, like, we have 3 more points that we can spend, in fact. It's going to be 4 very soon, but, like, I need to explore this dungeon first. You could also go for flat retaliation. Yeah, I'm not playing a retaliation build. I didn't even like consider that so much. Tiki. The burst. Okay, one more thing to fix, right? I'm supposed to be upgrading my rings. Let's go do that right away. I almost died there. So, which were the ones? Yeah, this one is one of them. And that one's the other one. How does the resistances look after this swap? 36% chaos resistance. Still pretty questionable. Okay. Hey, those shoulders are very good. Nice. And more importantly, I can actually like use the level 50 relic now. We are going to get carried by that. I'm level 51. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna max this out. We're gonna need to respawn the peasants. Wow, this is insane as well. What is going on here, man? We've gotten like some really solid upgrades, guys, all around. It's crazy. What sort of like components should I put on top of this? Vitality resistance is good, right? Let's put the vitality resistance there. I don't know why I haven't put it yet. Elemental pierce, HP, elemental damage, 1 more HP. I actually think we're going to be using this. What's my movement speed right now? Round speed is 127. So we're gonna drop a little bit more for the sake of survival. I usually don't do this, but like I think I'm gonna do it here. 17 to 169. Burn damage with increased duration. This is a no-brainer upgrade right here. We have had so many upgrades in my bags, I didn't realize this. This is very good. Elemental damage and bleeding resistance. I mean, sorry, I'm gonna sell this one. It's a bit like more movement speed wouldn't hurt at all. That is for sure. We can like salvage this one on the next difficulty or something, I don't know. What are your thoughts so far? I'm really enjoying Oathkeeper, and that's the only thing that I can say. Okay, let's get this and then I'll respec, I guess. Extremely enjoying Oathkeeper so far. Single target cast now. I'm just sad that the judgment doesn't work on most of the monsters since they're too big. Yeah, I think like judgment's pull effect doesn't work on stuff that are like immune to knockback. If I'm not mistaken, that's exactly how it works. But on top of that, like one thing that I can say literally is the fact that like, don't you think like it's dealing crazy damage even for like a utility spell? I felt like it's very good in that regard. I have only 1 point into it, and it's still dealing damage, like you can see it. Yeah, we're gonna remove those, so we have like 4 points. Let's tab out for a second. I might even like remove Fiend very soon. I want to have Behemoth. I want to have Phoenix, and most importantly, I want to have Bard's Harp, right? Bard's Harp isn't so bad for me right now. Behemoth or Bard's Harp, both of them are very good right now. Let's see if we can like build up to those. This one requires like yellow and blue, and that is fixed by Lotus. What about Behemoth? Behemoth is already open. Do I want Behemoth right now? Let's get Behemoth. And I put this to Vindictive Flame, I suppose. Okay. One more question. Can I actually like remove the Fiend right now? No. Fiend is giving me green and red. And that is exactly what Behemoth is gonna give. So after completing the Behemoth, I might be able to like remove the Fiend, then we can like branch from there. That would be nice. Guys, let's go kill let's go to Father first. Ulzun is saying, I feel like Ulzun Torch would be great for this build. What do you think it would be? I couldn't build up to it. It was too expensive. I actually tried a little bit. I also like it for like massive amounts of like burn and offensive ability. But later on I might be able to build up to it. Don't worry about it. Right now, like our build, especially on the devotions, they're like a lot more defensive. So much more. We're gonna start using this. That's a massive upgrade also over there. So it's a better start to like hardcore. Later on, like it might change. You know what I mean? When we have like better gear at like maximum level, then it will be like let's just have like a little bit more offensive. Shattering Smash, interesting. Let's just have like a little bit more of offensive devotions and, you know, have the torch as well. Why not? I think we could definitely do such a thing. Okay, do I have like... No, I don't have a completed version of this, do I? Right, whatever. Eye of Korvac? Okay, we do the Eye of Korvac and we do Mogdragon Shrine right now. Afterwards we go for Logarian, I think. What spell have you been, like, messing around with in the Oathkeeper, guys? What's, like, the highlights of yours? I think my highlight is, in fact, like, I didn't necessarily thought that I would say this, but it is, Guardian of Empyrean, I believe. I was so sure this was just going to be, like, a mirrored version of, like, Blade Spirits from Nightblade. They're like so much more effective, it's ridiculous actually. I'm still not sure which mastery to combo with. I want to like do a spin to win. Try to make like your you know, selection a little bit easier. Like go to Grimtools, check out like some weapons, or try to decide it off from like what type of damage you would like to deal. You know, if it's lightning, you don't necessarily have that many options. You know what I mean? Like, at the very least, like from a list of 8, you're gonna have a list of 2. So that's gonna help you out big time, you know? Wire's Might, level 25, charging, cleaving, everything, I see. Spot bank 2. Tad bit late of a cast. Nobody saw that, it's alright. What the hell? Mala, how do you like the judgment? I did put 1 point, respect, but it kinda like pause. I have only 1 point into it so far in the judgment. It's quite useful, especially against like stuff that are not immune to knockback. It does deal okay damage too, so it's fine. I don't really know if I'm gonna like commit more points into it or not. I cannot decide. We'll see. I have no idea. We're gonna need to like mess around a little bit, and for that like I need higher level. Let's click the coffin as well. Mogduk Shrine. Mido's there as well. Hello Malagant, hello chat. Yo, what's up Mido? I'm saying might max out the charge via might. Maybe not like in every single modifier, but it kind of feels very strong, so like the distance that you're gonna travel is gonna like help a lot. Also, it does deal, it seems to be dealing really relevant damage, and on top of everything we're scaling fire. It has a transmuter that is like converting to fire with a click, so like we are going to be scaling the maximum of it, so that's going to help me out big time. One more available. Two points here. I need to summon these one more time, bad boys. Try out the Eye of Reckoning. It's like, what the fuck? It doesn't necessarily like synergize so well with my character right now, man. I'll for sure make a whirlwind character though. Like, there's almost no reason for me to click that right now, honestly. There's not even time for me to cast that for the most part. We're done, aren't we? Okay. Physical damage converts to fire damage. Like, the weapon that we have is just too big right now. I don't think it's going to be easy for me to replace that for some time. Let's go kill Logarian, you guys. We're like level 52. So far we have like 34 devotion points. So is IF reckoning attack speed or cast speed? So you guys like learn that. Oops. Zaha. Okay. Let's check out the right side for the one-shot chest, guys. It's not there. Attack speed, I see. It's 100% attack speed. I'm reckoning deals damage and drains energy. 0.2. I see. So the more attack speed you have, faster it's going to be even. Okay. Yo, what's going on? Does I have it all? Ah, not really. This is the one that is missing. Obsidian Grasp. Yeah, it does say in the description apparently. It's quite unique. Hey, look at this. Flat fire, fire percentage, physical resistance, flame touch, temper, and tectonic shifts. Let's see what this tectonic shift is. This thing, isn't it? It's a ridiculous upgrade. What's going on here, man? Crazy upgrades, you guys. I've been very lucky with like item drops so far. I don't know why. We keep on coming back, like, for the most part, while I'm leveling to level 50, if you remember, like, I wasn't changing so many items, like, we were even buying reputation items to keep up. Every other level, we are changing, like, 4 items right now. It's funny. We can open the chests, alright. Especially now that we can get some legendaries, maybe. You get that damage, like, there's 1 point into it. That's ridiculous. Don't know why. Oh wow, flat fire damage from a chest. Let's go replace this as well really quick. What? What else does it give? Chaos resistance is fixed now, thanks to this. Blast shield and righteous fervor. Maybe I need to click once now. Yo, what's up, Suki? Welcome. How's it going? I plus the flame torrents, yeah. That is actually what we were talking about earlier. So as I was saying, like, I plus Aether Fire, I think, Kiona, and I was saying it might actually be very good with the flame torrent as well. We choose a new XP path soonish. How long do you think is remaining there? Couple of minutes? Sly is saying the new class is so boring. Really? Did you try it, Sly, or are you just like talking about watching? This feels pretty cool to me. Don't know. Think about it that way, like we have been spamming Word of Pain all the time, nothing else up to this point, so. This way. Tried it, this spin is somehow fun sometimes, I see. Maybe you're gonna like it more as you have like more attack and cast speed. Just consider that a smoother did for me. Let's probably level up. Shit, we cannot actually like continue from here apparently. We gotta turn back. Shit. The layout is kind of weird right now. We should have gone from there, I suppose. This will connect as well, I think, but... Bastion of Chaos is going to be very fun to clear. Because I think we have really good DPS right now. And that place is usually ridiculous XP also. So we're gonna enter like level maybe 53 and then we'll exit like 57 or something. It's gonna be crazy. There are new items outside just high level, yeah, of course, I've seen multiple. Also, like, all the existing items are kind of supporting Oathkeeper as well, some of them at least. Let's ring. This is playable, I would say, no? Let's go. Juggernaut is saying, my game crashed 5 times since the launch. Ripped my potions. Jugger, try playing on 32 bits. Apparently a lot of people are having issues with the 64 for some reason. A lie. Said it's a bit too loud. I don't know. I crashed once so far, Jago. And I lost about like 10 minutes because of it. Maybe even more. Guys, I'm calling it our first legendary. Oh my god, what are these drops, bros? Safeguard and explosive strike. Do I keep mine? I think I want to keep mine, right? Shit. Attack speed. Physical resistance. I actually don't know what to do here. I'll keep mine. I did find a totally normal shield. Guys, calling this our first legendary is going to be a shield that we can use that is giving me pluses and fire damage. Here we go, okay? I don't know if it exists or not, but that's what it's going to be. Okay, stairs are very hard right now. No, what do you mean? Shit. Do I have a key in the bank? We're gonna do a bastion. Not really. I need to craft a key. After the bastion, we might actually go for the new content, guys. Mess around. Sort of fiend scale. It's not gonna happen, I think, right? We're gonna break this. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. It's pretty good. A little bit more vitality as well. Something interesting as well. Physical damage to fire 18%. Burn with increased duration. No fire this time, but flat burn. 29 to 53 is very underwhelming. Just never mind this, I think. Converts to fire. Very low. Okay. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Not really sure, Fancy. Not really sure. Okay, XP pots. Here we go. What does it say right now? Move slower, they're more resistant. Monsters have greatly reduced spell cooldowns and increased casting speed, but they deal less physical damage. It's actually interesting. I like that. That helps me. You usually take like less damage from spells, so why not? What was I going for? Behemoth, right? Yeah, now we can like spec out a fiend if I'm not mistaken. Start building up for that beautiful bard's harp. Coat. Guys, we're gonna go for the new content. I don't think I'm going to be jumping into AOM. Just saying. So let's finish the Bastion. And then we skip AOM. And we also skip obviously like Port Valkyrie. We go for this. That happened to me once. I didn't necessarily like fall through. But my character was like not controllable, you know, it was passing out for some reason, don't know why. Regenerating. Monsters have highly enhanced health and energy generation. Bosses are going to be annoying. Monsters are resistant to Aether, susceptible to chaos, we don't care. And they're unstoppable. Fuck. I think the regeneration is pretty annoying, in fact, guys. My chaos resistance is 67%. Should be easily playable in this place. Giant's Blood rank 5. Your pot is running out. Thank you, Alican. Just saw your message, dude. The deeps. There's literally nothing there. Feels bad. I'll come back for that. Side, it's optional. Guys, this is going so smooth right now, it's crazy. I still couldn't decide if I want to max out like Vice Might for the more damage or like Judgment. Not really sure. It's probably better to like have them both mediocre at the very end. Like have a couple of points everywhere with like increases from items. The Doom Touch. What time is it? 10:30?
I'm gonna watch some.
With something? Alright. Yeah, of course. It's just Giant's Blood is healing me so much. I'm gonna chill out here for the spawn a little bit. Come on. I said we were gonna get out like level 57, right? I think I exaggerated a little bit, no? Same. It might be though. We kinda need to summon these peasants one more time. Brizzle, that's very interesting actually, what you're saying. Hey Tiki, welcome. Maybe the loot filter was causing it, but it's not. I don't necessarily know what exactly I was doing like when I crashed. I don't know why the trap isn't spawning right now, that's gonna lie. We didn't kill it. Like, where's the trap? Ah, hello? Ah, there it is. No, it's my grave. The Vile Scorns. What's Acid Vitality? This is new as well, I want to say. Aegis Men here. Yeah, very much so. New areas are looking awesome. I'm going for new areas right after this one, Hypno. This is like my pretty much ending to the leveling. We're going to be exploring stuff now. Looking forward to it actually. I don't have a cluster. I want to take before the new areas. I want to take a cluster for my bank for good reason. Okay. It's kind of surprising that we didn't find a cluster yet. Actually, it's weird. Lezuk is there. Hello, Malam. Didn't watch your stream for a long time. Sorry. Have you seen how many people has come to Grim Dawn from Path of Exile? Yeah. Yeah. Makes me happy, man. How you doing, Lezuk? Welcome back, Rim. This regeneration might be very annoying against like Sharzul if we cannot kill him fast. Like if I have to kite around, then that's when it's going to be annoying, I believe. That sound, man. Look at the crystal spawn point like right now. It's completely blocking us to go through. Chloe is saying, I think I'm almost through the Forgotten Gods. Seriously? Chloe, what do you think so far? Do you like it or not? By saying, man, Oathkeeper has some very smooth leveling. Yeah, I have been really enjoying it, dude. Yes, please. Now, Sekina, what do I need to do when I take a break again? Okay, so I need to take like 2 bags of trash downstairs. Okay. Good night, love. Alright, guys. After Bastion of Chaos, I'll take a short break. I need to go downstairs. Trash carrier, Malagant. Don't we have the quest for this place, man? Acquire the pulsating obsidian shard? There it is. How come it's not pinging on the map? Did I like skip it on the other level or something? What's going on here? Maybe it's going to be on the next level or some shit, we'll see. What type of damage Rashalka does again? I think it's I want to say Pierce or something. But like you need to stop attacking her Like every time she has the red aura. Pierce Fizz maybe? Pierce Fizz Acid. She definitely has some acid too. And the damage over time that are corresponding to those. Right? Vitity Poison and Pierce says Fly. Yeah, Vitity as well, most probably. Actually, you're right. Right. I mean, your best bet is probably just like Grimtools Monster Database, Mad Queen. It's pretty confusing, so. Did anyone start from the beginning like me? I'm kind of wondering, like, how's your journey going? Like, just Oathkeeper level 1 and normal difficulty, you know what I mean? Ingame is saying, started from beginning but new to the game, Oathkeeper unlike veteran, wrecking a spin to win. I see Ingame. One-hander or like two-hander weapon? Wordbearer is saying 41 on veteran, spin to win, smooth as hell. I see. Very nice to hear actually. That's very impressive by the way, on veteran level 41 already. Especially since like watching stream too. Pressurized is saying I started from scratch on hardcore veteran. In Act 3 at the moment, I see. You get a new character at the start of normal blood grow, so I just continued that. Why saying Malagant, yep, full reset including no XP pots, etc. Veteran hardcore on the reroll right now, level 17. Guys, I'm revered with Kaiman right now. I am revered with Kaiman. How ridiculous is that? What just happened? This might actually be like my first time leveling up with the new mandates, so that is very, very surprising to me. Kazi is saying, looking at your build on Grimtools, how do you move with your devotions after like the Lotus and Viper? Kazi, I can like share you the character right now, and it might make a little bit more sense than the devotions that you're looking at, okay? Because I don't necessarily remember like how exactly I moved, but this should be a little bit more up to date. These crystals are hitting out of their minds. Honestly, I swear the crystals are hitting harder than the monsters in this place. Crystals, no XP. We leveled up also. So this one is maxed, but where do you go now? Like, summon this. Where do I go? Probably like 1 clicks right now. Physical damage. The hearts of the Oathkeeper and their allies are struck with righteous fury. That is ridiculous physical damage. At the very least, we're gonna click once to this. We'll most likely click once to Volcanic Stride as well, right? We have like Burning Ground and stuff. Why not? Should click once to safeguard too. And you should get the Consecration sometime. There's actually so many valuable things in this. Overwhelming. Eureka, I think like this is not environment damage though. I actually think this is like chaos or vitality damage, maybe chaos damage? I don't know, I might be wrong though. I always thought these crystals are dealing chaos damage. It's not something that we discussed ever, so it's possible that I'm wrong. just want to check out like the highest crit so far, 33,000. Not so impressive. Okay. Blood of Chthon, thank you very much. That is so useful, you have no idea. There's so much lore in Forgotten Gods, it's ridiculous. Like, it's like Crate put an entire book in the game. It's good to know, man. The Herald's Jacket. I don't know what that is. Maybe. Getting a little bit full here. One-hander to cold damage conversion. Shit. I mean, I think we're getting close to the ending too, though. Let's check that room right over here. Stream is still going. What's up, Naomi? What have you been up to? You bailed on me again. That was smooth, no? That was very smooth. Died a couple of times. Is ultimate from level 1 hard or something? Blueprint, glyph, seismic strength. Granted skills. Are you serious right now? Did we just like a seismic... Did we just get a seismic leap? Yeah, how do we craft this thing? Eldritch Essence, Battered Shell, and Scavenge Plating. It is... That's a seismic leap. 4-second recharge, 4-meter radius. 4 meters is very low though. Oh, maybe 12-meter range though. Sorry, okay, I see. 12 meters is okay, it's not bad. Physical damage, retaliation has added main hand damage as well. This is going to be very good, you guys. I like this. Let's craft that thing. Yo, YouTube, this was part 2, I believe. And on the part 3, we will in fact start, after cleaning my bags, we'll start Forgotten Gods. The new content. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the 3rd one. I'm having a hard time looting all this, man.